I miss old white people. Like Asian, like I
like Gran Torino, Clint
yeah,
Eastwood.
you know, I grew up with such a hostile like racism.
What about
Even
what about that story I saw on TMZ about Tony Hinchcliffe? Didn't you speak up about it like at the time?
So what? When you mean the opener?
yeah.
When he called the opener?
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever.
It was something like in and out. To be fair,
I'm gonna be completely honest with you, okay? And Asians are gonna be so mad at me for this, but like one time, this gay comic brought me up on stage. He's a friend of mine, right? So I called it. I go one more time for the agate, right? And he goes, "Fuck you, you know me, you flat faced."
Was he pissed or was he?
No,
did not care?
we're doing comedy, you know what I mean? You fucking fat or whatever, and then I'm like, fuck you, you know what I mean? And we're like, we're killing, right? Like the audience is eating it up. It's like a rapport that we have, right? It's like, you know, we have the relationship. This kid is his opener, right? And it's like the things that I've said about my openers have been crazy. You know what I mean? Like insane, right? But it's like it was never taped, right? And I think that it's Tony's audience, right? He asked this kid to open for him, right? There's a rapport that there's sort of like this unsaid rule that, like, you know, in that environment, it's safe to fucking make fun of each other, this and that. And I understood kind of what Tony was doing, you know what I mean? And it's like, you know, would he do it to me? No. Because if he did, I would do it back to him, right? Like, I could have said 10 things that would have made him cry because I just know personal things about him, you know what I mean? But it's like, you know, to me, when I saw that, at first I was like, oh, that's kind of fucked up, right? But then when I actually thought about it, I was just like,
I mean, it's kind of Tony Hinchcliffe is a master comic.
He's a good comic. He's a good writer.
He's really, really good.
Yeah.
And he's got that kind of sort of like dry, like, you know, like almost like Jeselnik, almost kind of like we're like offensive, dry, offensive. And so it wasn't like too far out of his style of comedy, you know. It was a little bit on the nose, like not as
it's provocative, it's edgy, people laughed nervously, you know what I mean? But it's like, it's also kind of like I could see in the moment, it's like, I'm punk rock, you know what I mean? I'm edgy, you know what I mean? This is against the culture right now, you know. And it's like, you know, I understand all that, but, you know, is Tony Hinchcliffe in his heart a racist? No. You know what I mean? Was he just doing his brand of comedy? Yeah. And I think that
I agree.
I do. I mean, I really do. And it being like, there was that other kid, I forgot his name, Shane Gillis.
Yeah. The Saturday Night Live guy got fired from Saturday Night Live.
Got fired from. We're gonna
as soon as he got hired,
Huh?
he didn't even get to do a show.
No.
He got hired, and then he didn't even do a show yet. And then
I'm having him on Tiger Belly in a couple weeks, and it's just another thing. It's like he said it on a podcast, right? And as a comedian, I think anything goes. For me, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, you say crazy things. I've said so many crazy things, right? And it's like, some of them aren't cool, you know what I mean, with today's culture and today's, you know, how it shifted, you know, it shifted on us, the world, you know. And it's like, I know, I was just like, you know, also as an Asian guy, at first when I saw it, I was a little offended, like Tony's. My first initial reaction, but I have to think about, you know what I mean, who he is, what the environment is, you know what I mean, and what his heart says, you know.
Did you shoot him a text?
No, in the beginning, no, because I don't know him. You mean Shane Gillis?
No.
Tony? No, I never texted him because I didn't think it was that big of a deal until later.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And he has moved on. He's survived it. It wasn't like anything. Like, what about Ari Shaffir? Like, what's going on with him lately?
What do you mean?
I remember when he like did his Kobe joke. That was not good for him. And I wonder if
that's another example of what I'm going to say is that he's on brand.
Yeah.
And I personally thought it was poor timing. You know what I mean? I personally thought that it was just unsavory. It's not cool.
Right.
I mean, it's also you got to leave some time. He didn't do that. He did it immediately.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so it was just all off-putting.
And it wasn't. Yeah. That was a tough one. That was a tough one.
But still, at the end of the day, it's like he's doing what he does. That's his style, right? And it's like, if you don't like it, don't follow him.
Yeah.
Right.
I found out Kobe died from Ari's post. That just kidding.
That's funny.
It's called Steve-O's Hot Sauce for Your Butthole. And if you go on Amazon and type in Steve-O's Hot Sauce for Your Butthole and order yourself a bottle, you'd be really helping me. Because right now we're ranked number 30 on all of Amazon. And if you buy a bottle, we might go up the ladder. And that would mean a lot. So please get on Amazon and buy Steve-O's Hot Sauce for Your Butthole. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.